So as you know, guys, this is it, bro. We're on our way to Nigeria. Lagos, here we come. AFTV is coming.
So I am very, very happy. I'm excited. Very happy to be taking some people back home, you know. Some people that took 3 flights to their home in Ibadan. I'm about to tell them how many flights they're about to take. So I'm very, very happy. Very happy.
So Ty, come on, man. You must be excited. Your first time in Nigeria.
Ty, do you even have a passport?
Well, hi and welcome along to AFTV. By the way, we are coming to Nigeria. Look out, Nigeria. Next week for the West Ham game, as well as doing the watch along in the studio, as well as being at the game, speaking to fans. We're also going to be over there in Nigeria, speaking to Nigerian Gooners about what they're feeling, and hopefully on the back of a big Arsenal win. It could all be a great start if we could kick it off tonight with a win. This is our famed game in hand tonight, away at Chelsea. Not exactly an easy game, but you know what? After the past 3 games, a chance for the team to really bounce back. Joining me for our look at what we think the starting 11 is going to be, and the starting 11 is, of course, Charlene.
Woo!
Great to have you, Charlene.
Thank you.
Helen's on board.
Woo!
And James is in the building as well. Yeah. Right, and Turkish at the game today, so big up to Turkish and to Cecil. We're really looking forward to this one. We can see on our TV screens there, Tuchel arriving, and also Mikel Arteta coming off for the team bus and going into Stamford Bridge. It's a big game tonight. If Arsenal can get something out of this, it puts us back on track. I mean, after last night, Manchester United losing, Tottenham, of course, are not playing. This is effectively a game in hand. Get a victory today. It's very tough to go to Stamford Bridge and get a victory, but we did last year. Get a victory, we're right back on track, which is unbelievable to think after the last 3 games. So we're going to take a look at it. I mean, how are you feeling ahead of this game tonight?
I don't know how I feel. So many mixed emotions, but yeah, coming back after that international break, we haven't been able to find form. I mean, it's been a couple of games, but hopefully tonight will be the night that we can just bounce back and just, get back to winning ways, because it's getting a bit draining now, Rob. And, we're meant to be fighting for top 4. I want to see that out on the pitch tonight.
Yeah, top 4. Stamford Bridge, going away to Stamford Bridge when you really need to bounce back. They've hit a little bit. You know what? Chelsea, I was chatting to somebody and they said, yeah, but Chelsea, they got knocked out of the Champions League. I said, yeah, but they actually played very well in that game. They're very unlucky, and they did win that game away at Real Madrid. They've then gone on to win the semi-final of the FA Cup. They're into that final. So they've, and previous to that, they won 6-0.
Yep.
Or was it sandwiched 6-0 against Southampton, which we failed to score against. So tonight's going to be very, very tough, isn't it?
I think it's a very tough game tonight. As a team, we're demoralised. We've got no confidence. We're not winning. And then to go to Stamford Bridge, I mean, the only bonus is they've had a bit of a turbulence hitting their season due
Brentford
to
went there the other day.
Stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Brentford went there the other day, beat them 4-1. So they can be beaten at the Bridge. As I said, we went there last year. We got a result. No fans, but.
Yeah, me and James are like.
Do you know, as a kid at school, all my friends were Chelsea fans, and I hated this fixture more than any other in the calendar, because I just thought we're not getting anything. It'd be Didier Drogba tearing us apart. And actually, the last 4 or 5 years, maybe not 4 or 5, but the last 3, Arsenal have, they've made a good contest out of their games against Chelsea. I think 2 FA Cup finals we beat them in. That season we beat them 3-0. They did go on to win the league though. We won at the Bridge last year. We drew 2-2 with 10 men the year before. Arteta beating them 3-1 the day, what was it, the match that basically saved him his job. So our recent record against Chelsea isn't bad. The problem is I wouldn't be picking this anywhere near, top of the list for my game in hand when top 4's pretty much on the line.
Well, this is the game in hand. This is the, for the past, 6 weeks, every Arsenal fan say, oh, we've got such and such on points plus a game in hand. This is it.
Yeah.
Now it's arrived. So we've got to take advantage of the game in hand. What sort of formation? I know you've been sort of looking through and thinking about what the starting 11 could be, and we're going to know for sure what that starting 11 is going to be in about 10 minutes' time. But what are you thinking around it, James?
Well, as anyone who knows me very well knows, I just spend my life, even outside of work, thinking, what formation is he going to play and who's back and what are we going to do? This is the team he went with against Southampton, the 4-3-3. He brought Tavares back, Lokonga and Xhaka back into midfield. Nketiah started up front. We've seen that Lacazette is there with the team. He's travelled today. You've got to think that if he's not going to go with Nketiah, it might well be him up front. But I think the big question, and what everyone's talking about, especially because Chelsea plays formation themselves, is whether we go to a 3-4-3. A text from Graham earlier today saying that's what he would do. Wanted to ask you guys, would you go to a back three for today?
I would.
Yeah?
I don't know, man, because we're not used to playing it. I saw a team last night go to three at the back who obviously didn't have a clue how to play it and get absolutely ripped to shreds in Man United. Listen, I know they were up against Liverpool, but Chelsea are a good team. Are we used to playing that formation? Well, that's just the only thing that I think.
We've had success playing that formation though in the past against
ages
Chelsea.
ago.
Yeah,
we haven't really played it all season, have we?
We haven't really played it all season. It was Arteta's go-to for really the first year he was in the job. He played that system mostly, won the FA Cup. He beat Chelsea in the final. And actually, I want to touch on that 11 a little bit later. But when you see with the 4-3-3, the only thing I could see him doing, we know Tomiyasu's back. Back training.
Yeah.
I've got a little theory. I don't think Arsenal would have been releasing sort of the photos and saying Tomiyasu's back as publicly as they have been if they didn't feel he were actually ready to play. I've got a feeling we might see something like this today, which is Tomiyasu coming into the team. It would help if this worked. There we go. Tomiyasu into the team. A back three. We know he's played as one of the centre-backs for Japan there. We know he's obviously played as a centre-back before. Tavares up the pitch. I think you probably take Nketiah out the side. And then see Saka right wing back. That's where he played when we won. Who do we want on the left here? Let's get in Emil Smith Rowe maybe. Look if I can find him as well. All right, Lacazette. There we go. Something like this. He might play Saka at right wing back because he played him right wing back when we beat them at the Bridge last season. Saka's got a good right foot on him. He's very disciplined. He works hard. He drops into that space to cover Tomiyasu. But at the same time, Arteta's known for playing these hybrid formations almost, where it's a three at the back when we're defending or five at the back, and then they move in and out of position. Yeah. And with this, you could see Arsenal with the ball, Saka moving forward, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, Tavares coming across, and it looking a lot more like the sort of formation we've seen him play throughout the season. I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to do something like this. If he tried to nullify Chelsea when they have the ball, but ultimately stick to what we know best when we've got it. We'll see. I mean,
Tomiyasu coming straight in though after he hadn't played for
that's the big debate.
Couple of months.
I'm with you on that because I said that in the previous match when I saw Tavares in the training photos. When I came in, I said, I'm sure Tavares is starting, and people were like, no, he's not going to start, and he started. And then again, they've released the photos with Tommy all of a sudden in the winning team, like all over the photos. So it's almost like they ease it in to tell us. That's what I think.
And I'm trying to think, if I'm the club, and Tomiyasu's been out for so long and everyone's everyone's talking about where is he, I'd want to keep it back even more, whether he's training or whatever, because the minute you start saying Tomiyasu's training again, then it puts pressure to bring him back in. So I have a little feeling that the reason they've kept it back this long is they just want to drop it for he's ready now. Yeah. So I have a feeling he might play tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Ozif says Arteta and Moyes were appointed in the same month. Moyes finished above Arteta in his first full season, and he's on the cusp of reaching the European semi-final. Arsenal spent 340 million in the last 3 seasons, and he's not happy. Right? And listen, let's wait. The thing is about this, that even though Arsenal have lost our last 3 games, we're still in it.
Yep.
We still got a big chance of winning. Not winning, but getting into the top 4. Get a result tonight.
Yeah, it'd be massive. I mean, it'd give us a confidence boost as well, going into that Man United game on Saturday.
It'd be huge.
Because all our fixtures coming up are tough ones. We've got West Ham as well.
Away.
We've got Everton, we've got Newcastle.
Got to go away to Newcastle.
Leeds.
Tottenham.
Nice and easy.
Away to Spurs.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Spurs.
Tottenham.
If you're gonna get into the top 4, and especially now, we have to do it the hard way.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be there just purely on the basis that everybody else has lost, so you're there. You want to be there playing, competing, fighting and showing why you're going to finish top 4. No?
Well, absolutely, and this is...
Give us some reasons, man. I know you've always got stats.
Well, reasons why we might make
Give
it.
us some reasons why we might.
Basics.
First of all,
You
start
play
with a
to
win
win.
tonight. Start with a
Well,
win
I
tonight.
mean-
Give me some reasons, man. Show me some stats or something.
I mean,
back it up.
I wish. I mean, I don't have any really on why we might win tonight. Only that our recent record, our test record against Chelsea is okay.
That's
I can see it, but the one thing I'd say, I know we talk about squad depth and we talk about, Arsenal lacking options. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think, he's obviously picking from a core 15, 16 players. But I do still think there are things he can try. He could still bring Pepe into the
I
team.
agree,
We
yeah.
haven't seen Pepe ever run. We haven't seen Pepe or Martinelli have a run up front. You still got El Neni. I know we miss Partey, and I know El Neni's not exactly been our shining midfielder since he arrived at the club. But he's a dependable, serviceable midfielder who, played against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge last season when we won, played at Old Trafford last season when we won. So I do think he's still got a few things he can do. He can switch up the formation. I think we're looking at a team that, yes, we're depleted, but I don't see what happens tonight. If we can pick up a point, steady the ship, beat United, then we're actually above Spurs before they play Brentford away. And then we're still applying a little bit of pressure. So let's just take it game by
The thing
game.
is where the goals are going to come from, isn't it, Ellen?
I think that's the worry for me.
And Lacazette,
lack of goals.
and he's been in the news this week. I don't know who. I don't get it with these footballers sometimes.
Did he have
what I mean?
COVID? Was that confirmed?
He has had COVID,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, talking to French newspapers and talking about how you want to play in the Champions League, well, you've got a chance. Get Arsenal in there. And talking about Leon and stuff. Fans right now don't want to hear that when you've not really. I think he scored 4 Premier League goals this season, which is for a striker, is shocking, really.
I mean, yeah.
He's got to step up if he plays tonight.
He's been trying.
He's been trying, and that's the thing, somebody reminded me today and they said, listen, a few weeks ago, nobody was having a go at him, because they were talking about how his links up the play and stuff
Because
like
the
that. Now,
goals were coming
Yeah.
and we were winning. When you're not winning and there's no goals,
Yeah.
you're going to look straight away to your strikers, no goals. You're looking at all your attacking players, no goals. You're looking at your creativity, no goals.
I again refer to that game last night. I don't know if you guys watched the game, the Man United game against Liverpool. Liverpool were 2-0 up, cruising and that, but United had a chance.
Yeah.
That chance could have, you never know.
Yeah.
Sometimes a chance puts you back in the game.
Yeah.
Rashford just hits it straight at the keeper.
Yeah.
If that had been Ronaldo, though, right, who didn't play, obviously, it probably would have been a different story. That's what you get when you get that clinical striker, that clinical player, and that's what we've been lacking, isn't it?
Massively, which has been our downfall for.
We did have that though in Aubameyang.
Exactly.
Well,
But we've been struggling to score goals for some time now.
Roxy Ward says, how are we going to score goals? We couldn't beat a poor Southampton side. Please stop with the delusional people. We've lost this game 4-0 already. Bloody hell. Oh man, come on man, lift your head up man. Let's be a bit more,
Yeah. On Tactical Insight, Graham and I we devoted a whole section on, Arsenal scoring goals and how that can improve. And one of the first things he can do is try and get Martinelli and Saka or Pepe, whoever, closer to goal.
Exactly.
Just get them. Do you see Liverpool's front three yesterday? They were rampant. But do you see that counter-attack?
Yeah.
They're so narrow and they're ready for it.
They're quick.
Yeah.
They're always on their front foot. They're running. The communication. They're interchanging. They're interlinking.
And they'll pull wide to the touchline and
Yeah.
beat their man where they can because they've got that talent. But more often than not, Klopp wants them nearer to goal. And that is the one thing Arteta can look to try and do, is get those wingers closer to goal. Because Martinelli, Pepe, they've shown they can score with that out-to-in run, open their body up, find the corner. I do think he's going to have to change things tactically if we're going to get anything today. Certainly if we're going to get a win.
Do you think he would though change it?
I think for this one game he would, yeah.
I think he's having to do. He was stuck with doing the same thing week in, week out, the same. we got lucky, we were winning. Soon as you stop winning, you can't keep doing the same.
Exactly.
So he changed it. He's changed it, but it's just nothing's happening.
Okay, well, I've got the team.
Wow.
So it's time for the team. Right, the team is this: Ramsdale in goal, Ben White, Gabriel, Rob Holding,
Oops, so free at the back.
Tavares, Xhaka, El Neni,
Okay.
Saka,
What?
Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Eddie Nketiah.
Wow.
So I know, James, you're there quickly just working out what you think the formation is going to be. The substitutes are Leno, Cedric, Swanson, Aziz, Lokonga, Hutchinson, Pepe, Martinelli, and Lacazette. So please work out. No Martinelli, no Lacazette in the starting lineup. So
wait, is Martinelli on the bench? Oh,
Martinelli's
they're
on the bench. Martinelli and Lacazette on the bench.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Wow.
So that suggests maybe a three at the back.
So wing back, Saka.
It could be a 3 at the back. Should we take this to the tactical pad? I've got it here. I've put them in a 4-3-3, which would be White coming to right back, Holding centre back. That would be if he was to stick with what he's done all season.
No.
It could be, though,
It's not that.
Gabriel, Holding, White,
I think it's that, yeah.
Saka, then
Wing backs.
Odegaard and Smith Rowe
Them two
close.
can play wing backs.
Yeah. Have
Definitely
Tavares
that.
and Saka as
Yeah.
wing backs, maybe.
I think it'll be
Oh
that.
my word! So no Martinelli.
That's a risk.
That is a big.
The Martinelli normally does pretty good against Chelsea.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that, I think the Chelsea defenders will be happy to see Martinelli not playing. I mean,
100%.
that's a bit of a surprise to me, that
That's
one.
a strange
Would you prefer?
11.
Would you be happier if that was Martinelli instead of Nketiah? Out of interest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys.
I'm
Or
so-
Pepe, either or. Would that
Or Pepe,
fill you
yeah.
with a bit more confidence?
I'm really confused by this because if we're looking to counter attack, there's not a lot of pace in
No,
the
there
front
isn't,
three.
not
I
with
mean,
Emil
sure,
and-
Nketiah's got a bit of a
yeah.
burst.
So the front three. So give us it again in your formation. So you're thinking a back three of.
So I think it could be the hybrid thing we
Yeah,
talked
I
about.
think it is,
I think
yeah.
it could be a 3-4-3. Let's depict it here. I think it could be your back three here. I think it could be your midfield four with your wing backs, and then that's your front three. I think that could be what we're looking at. But the one thing I'd say, I wouldn't be surprised if when we've got the ball, mentioned this before when we were guessing, when we've got the ball, White comes out a bit, Holding, Gabriel, that's the three he builds with. Odegaard comes inside a bit, and Saka gets forward. And it just looks a little bit more like actually if we're to depict it, it looks a little bit more like the 4-2-3, and then the 1.
All right.
You're not feeling confident with that.
Well, I just see that team on the. Anyway,
It's very defensive.
Very defensive.
He's getting his hardest
Yeah.
workers in the team, isn't
Yeah.
he? He's going for his most robust, hard-working players, I think.
Let me give you the Chelsea team. It's excuse me, Mendy in goal, James, Christensen, Sarr, Aspilicueta, Loftus-Cheek, Kante, Alonso, Mount, Lukaku starts, and Werner. So a start for Lukaku in the team, and on the bench is Kepa, Chalobah, Thiago Silva, Barkley, Jorginho, Sal, Pulisic, Ziyech, and Havertz. No Rudiger in the lineup, who's been one of the best defenders in the league this year, and no. Can that defence be got up? But then still, Christensen ain't a bad deputy to have in there. So, they made a few changes as well. But I don't know. What do you think of that team?
Do you know what? I was feeling a bit optimistic till I heard the Chelsea lineup. So they've got Werner and Lukaku starting.
Yeah, Werner and Lukaku starts. Listen, Lukaku did score one of his better games was against us earlier on in the season. But, Mount, Alonso, Kante, Loftus-Cheek, Aspilicueta, Sarr and Christensen as that may be an area. James and Mendy.
James has scored more goals than Lacazette as well, hasn't he?
But going back to our team, what do you make of our team?
I mean, it's quite interesting to see that El Neni's coming the squad as well.
Yep, James sort of said that could be a possibility.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what how this pans out. And like James played it out. I mean, we can interchange from 3 at the back to 4. So,
like James said, it's a bit. Why is Martinelli not starting? I don't understand that. For me, in this game tonight, Martinelli should be starting. He's
brings
got
that energy.
He's got a great record against Chelsea. I look on it sometimes and say,
Definitely.
if you're
and at Stamford Bridge as
yeah,
well.
I don't think he had a great game last time out, to be fair, against Southampton. He was pretty anonymous, to be fair, Martinelli. But, you know, sometimes you've got some players that they play well against a certain team.
Yeah.
That's Martinelli. He plays well against Chelsea. Why is he not starting? That's a real strange one for me. Could there be a reason? Could it be a lack of energy? Or I don't know. El Neni coming in for Lokonga. I don't think Lokonga has been that hot in the past couple games.
Why would you not have played El Nene in the last game?
Big game for Eddie Nketiah.
Massive game.
Still, you know what I mean, doing interviews, talking about, you know, he wants to play every week. 2 games in a row now and you've played. You're starting at Stamford Bridge. Need to see something. He's looking for a move, obviously. Big opportunity for you to step up and say, right, bang in a couple of goals and, you know, get a couple of clubs chasing you. Or maybe even stay, I don't know. But yeah, certainly that team. Tavares is in anyway.
Yeah, Tavares is in.
is
I've
there.
just going to throw us all the way back to the tactical pad again because I've been chucking the Chelsea 11 on the screen. And here it is. So, I mean, do you know what's interesting? Did you watch the Palace game, Robbie? Did you guys as well? He seemed to play with James at right centre-back and Azpilicueta at right wing-back. Was that right? I don't know. I think sometimes when they feel there's a threat going the other way, I think James a bit more athletic, so they go with that. But I'm expecting James to be the right wing-back
It could be.
and Azpilicueta centre-back. What do you think? Could it be a back 4? No.
I'm just looking at our team and I'm thinking, could it be Ben White at right back?
Well, this is the thing. Could it be
Ben White at right back.
this?
Holding and Gabriel, and then Tavares. I think it might be that, you know. I'm thinking more that
Good point, actually.
It could,
formation.
yeah, it could be that.
It could be that, and he's gone with Holding for the extra threat of Lukaku possibly to handle it.
Just looking in the chat,
Maybe.
man. I mean, people are not too overconfident.
No.
Not too confident about this lineup. Harry Namkong says Lukaku will have a field day with Holding and co. Dale says this is a pathetic Arsenal side. Maybe going a bit too far there.
It doesn't scream.
Bear
quality,
says
does it?
Arsenal
Yeah,
doesn't
but we
fancy. Sorry, Arteta doesn't fancy Martinelli. Y Holding says Murray Newlands. Sleek says Rudiger picked up an injury in his last game. Jack says I'm scared. Rob Hairline at right back. At centre back, he said. Listen, he's got a good hairline now, mate. I'll tell you that. He's fixed that, man. Don't worry about that. Andrew S says Arteta is hoping for a draw with that lineup.
Yeah, I think
Paul
so.
Sirin
Yeah.
says Arteta is trying to flood the midfield. I would swap Nketiah for Martinelli.
Yep.
Let's hope for the best. White plays Tommy's role, so he's also saying that he thinks I think he's going to be a right back there. Adrian says I wish Martinelli or Pepe were playing, but don't forget we have United in 3 days. Doesn't hurt resting some of our wingers. Adrian, what a very intelligent thing to say. That is very true. But I'd look on it and say we need to
points.
need to win the one in front of us first. That's how I look on it. I would get that if we'd have won the last, even 2 out of the last 3, but we've lost our last 3 and we need to try and stop the rot.
Yeah.
But then I guess, you know, I'm answering my own question in a way. That is a team set up to stop the rot.
That is absolutely.
It's quite defensive, isn't it?
That is a team set up to to say we'll take 0-0 with 20 minutes to go, chuck on Pepe, Lacazette, Martinelli, and
Maybe.
try and nick it. That might be what it is.
If he manages to do that, I'll give him a round of
Props for
applause.
that, exactly.
Big game for Mikel Arteta today. You know, having lost the last 3, with a lot of people accusing Arsenal now of bottling this top 4 run-in.
That's fair.
True Gunners TV says might as well give Spurs 4th now. He's angry. He's got angry emoji. Oh,
Why Spurs? It could be United.
not what I saw. Not
It
what
could
I've
be
seen.
United.
Harriet Osman says, guys, what is everyone's prediction?
I'm going to
Charlene,
go.
ladies first.
Do you know, I want 3 points tonight, but just looking at our last few fixtures, I reckon it'd be a 1-1 draw tonight.
Helen. That don't bode well, does it?
Very stressful already. We haven't even started. I'm going to be polite and say 0-0.
I was going to say the
What a
same.
clean sheet.
I said on Forever Arsenal, I said 4-0 Chelsea, but I'm going to come with some optimism today. Only 3-0 Chelsea. 0-0.
Yeah, 0-0.
0-0.
It's not going to be 0-0, man. This goal's going to be.
What
Yeah,
you
the
say,
goals in
Robbie?
it.
3-3.
Oh, jeez, man. What do you say? 1-1.
Yeah.
You know what? 2-1 Arsenal.
What? That energy there.
I'll
We've got-
believe again. If we win today, I'll
got
believe
to-
again.
Now's the team has to come out and show something now. You know what I mean? Do they want Chelsea are secure third place? They you know, they'll want to win the game tonight. They want to make absolutely sure.
Yeah.
If they don't, they've got other games to make sure. They've secured that. They're in the final of the FA Cup. We're the ones that should be really up for this, really hungry to get these 3 points tonight. We've lost our last 3 games. We should be desperate to put that right today. And if that's true, and Arsenal go out there with that attitude, then they should win. But
Turn it around.
I'm just going off of the fact that we've had a decent record
Do you know
in
what?
recent times
Do you know what's
at
kind
Chelsea.
of occurred to me just now? I mean, maybe that 11's not as surprising as we think. 'Cause if you go through it right, Tomiyasu is basically a centre-back converted right-back. So he's gone for White, who's basically the closest we got to that. 'Cause Cedric doesn't do that role. Tavares bombs on, and he's bombed on best when he's had Smith Rowe on the left, who comes inside, because he's more of a natural number 10. And he's always picked Nketiah behind Lacazette. He's never gone for anything special up front. So maybe, you know, then there's El Neni Lokonga, but that's like for like. So maybe it's not that surprising. I don't
AMT
know.
says, don't understand the logic. Nketiah better than Martinelli. Andrew Davis says, this is probably the hardest working 11 we can put out, bar possibly Martinelli. It's also a very, very physical 11. Then Martinelli off the bench with his pace. He's happy, he says. So
Maybe, yeah.
Big up to Andrew for that comment. Let me just run through the lineup again then as we wrap it up and get ready for the game, which we will be covering here on AFTV, both here in the studio and, of course, at Stamford Bridge. Right now down at Stamford Bridge, Turkish is down there, Cecil down there, they're getting ready for this one. But this is the Arsenal lineup. Ramsdale in goal. Looks like it could be Ben White in the right back position. Gabriel Holding and Nuno Tavares. Xhaka, El Neni, Saka, Odegaard, Smith Rowe and Eddie Nketiah. And on the bench is Leno, Cedric, Swanson, Aziz, Lokonga, Hutchinson, Pepe, Martinelli and Lacazette recovered from his COVID. And then the Chelsea, actually, just before I get into the Chelsea lineup, what was that theory you had about when you see them and players in
when
the
they're
training
in
pictures?
training.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was wrong, isn't it?
That was my
Yeah, it was wrong.
That was wrong. Maybe we'll be wrong, James, and we'll win today.
maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe
Yeah, keep me wrong.
Yeah.
Be wrong.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
me
true.
wrong. Chelsea lineup: Mendy, Reece James, Christensen, Sarr, Aspilicueta, Loftus-Cheek, Kante, Alonso, Mount, Lukaku and Werner. And on the bench is Kepa, Chalobah, Thiago Silva, Barkley, Jorginho, Saul Niguez, Pulisic, Ziyech and Havertz. That is the Chelsea lineup for the game tonight.
Can I
It
say-
is Chelsea versus Arsenal.
One last potential good omen. It's not the first time in recent years we've gone into a Chelsea game with players missing. Remember the FA Cup final? We thought, oh my God, players missing. What's it going to look like? And we won. So maybe that's one thing.
Chelsea do kind of, you know what I mean? Speaking to Chelsea fans this week, they are kind of like, I don't know, I know you lot, man. You always kind of turn up in some of these games. So Daniel says Arsenal is a team that will win today and lose to United. Just overthinking everything now. Listen, don't overthink. Let's just go game by game. Just before I go and get a couple of your predictions, Damien says 5-2 with a hat-trick from Eddie. He's dream on. I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. Step Back says 2-0, easy win. 1-0 to the Arsenal, says Gavin Ross.
I love this confidence.
They're not all like that, I can tell you that. I was just, Ken says 3-2. Marcus Comfort says 3-1 to Chelsea. And 2-0 to Arsenal, says false manager. And they go on and on with you guys predicting it. But anyway, all will be revealed very soon. The kickoff is at 7:45. We're going to be coming up very shortly, so make sure you get ready for the watch along. Match Day Live. We are here watching that game tonight. It's a massive game for Arsenal. This is our game in hand. This is our game in hand. Can we take advantage of that? We will find out very, very soon. In 45 minutes' time. Big game for Arsenal. Let's hope they can win this. Come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you Gunners.
So as you know, guys, this is it, bro. We're on our way to Nigeria. Lagos, here we come. AFTV is coming.
Yes, I am very, very happy. I'm excited. Very happy to be taking some people back home, you know. Some people that took 3 flights to their home in Ibadan. I'm about to tell them how many flights they're about to take. So I'm very, very happy. Very happy.
So Ty, come on, man. You must be excited. Your first time in Nigeria.
Ty, do you even have a passport?
Well,